all-nighter. It was like basically like a spiritual lock-in, where it was everybody was essentially looking to grow in their spirituality.
Great.
So it was extremely dope. Had vegan food. We did yoga. We did sound healing. We did some journaling, some meditating. It was just
it was dope.
A holistically dope event.
It was dope. It was dope. Shout out to the Ujama bookstore.
Absolutely.
For real, because that was my first like kind of experience. This is the original people in the Eve gene. People always asking us, are y'all Muslims? Are y'all 5%ers? Are y'all Jehovah's Witnesses? Oh, what, y'all don't believe in Jesus Christ? I simply tell them the original people in the Eve gene represents all melanated people around the world and uniting all melanated cultures across the globe. Melanated people come in many different shades. We have many different areas and we have many different cultures and beliefs. Let's put that all aside and come as one.
Peace and love, family. Welcome to another edition of the Lead Your Lineage podcast. We are the #1 podcast for individuals that are seeking to end generational dysfunction.
We seeking it, baby. We seeking it, baby. I'm seeking that in it. I'm seeking it. I'm seeking it. I'm not singing it. I'm seeking.
Okay.
And I'm ending generation dysfunction, cuz.
As long as you ain't singing it, we good.
Hey, you know, that's why I messed up, man. You know, I'm trying to sing.
It, we good.
I'm trying to sing, you know, messed up my tongue, trying to sound all good, trying to sound like Marvin Gaye, you know what I mean? But hey, but nah, cuz I'm feeling good today, man. Just another day, man. I feel, lately I've been feeling more patient, cuz. I've been feeling more calm in the storm. You know what I mean? I've been able to control the emotions, although I've been able to control the emotions of my pirates of my ship. You know, and I always say pirates. I mean, as far as in my pirates, my
I'm lost. What you mean? Break it down to me.
Hear me out. Okay. So say we in the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're sailing. We're pirates, right? I'm the captain of this ship, correct? Mm-hmm. You know, when I say my pirates, I mean different characteristics of myself, right? Okay. When I mean as far as for example, when you're the owner of your own ship, right? You still have to make sure that ship sails, correct? Mm-hmm. So I'm the guy who wrote a part of me, a different personality, is the guy who controls the flag, you know? Whether it's full flag to make it go fast, or if it's half, however they do it, you know, to go slow. I'm the dude who throws the anchor down to stop the boat. I'm the dude who's looking to make sure everything is all good. You know, I'm the one who comes and protects and shoot the cannons off when it's time to protect. I'm all these people. That's when I refer to that. So, you know, and then it's a storm, right? And you got all these different emotions in you, all these different characteristics. When I say the storm is coming, I mean, I'm taking that part of me where I'm the captain, and I'm telling it all these different emotions, hold on. Even though the storm is coming and it's looking like our boat can sink, we got this. Okay. I got this. We got this. Okay. Make a long story short, man. I know that's long.
That was profound.
Yeah, cuz, man. Yeah, but, man.
Okay. It's very poetic. You need to write a poem.
Man, cuz, man, why everybody keep telling me that, man?
You playing.
Man.
You got a poem, man.
I don't know. You remember, what's that one place when we went on our first spiritual?
Ujama bookstore?
Ujama bookstore, man. Man, because, man, let's touch in on that real quick, man. That was dope, especially to go with cuz, man. This is before the podcast. This is definitely before. Definitely before the podcast. Me and because went to the Ujama bookstore. we had like a little spirit. When is this? This is last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year. So we had a like a spiritual all nighter. It was like basically like a spiritual lock in where it was everybody was essentially looking to grow in their spirituality.
Great.
So it was extremely dope. Had vegan food. We did yoga. We did sound healing. We did some journaling, some meditating. It was just
it was dope.
A holistically dope event.
It was dope. It was dope. Shout out to the Ujama bookstore.
Absolutely.
For real, because that was my first like kind of experience with that. With everybody is on the same vibe. Everybody vibing, or at least trying to vibe, and everybody participating. If you haven't went to anything like that, if you haven't went to an event and surrounded yourself with great people who have great intentions, who are really working on their vibes as themselves as an individual, man, you have to experience that. That was good. And that was I went with my big cuz. It was my wife. My wife was there too. So, you know, shout out to my wife, you know. And me and her had a great time. We ate. I remember speaking to a lot of different people. I met a lot of different people at that time, man. And what I remember the most was the little bell, the boom.
Oh, the sound bowl?
The sound bowl. Cause I remember the sound bowl the most because it's like that part right there was touching me. Like I went in a different zone. Like I was there, but my soul was like, oh shoot. Like it heard like some noise, you know, like the little snake, when a snake hear music, be like, oh shoot, it come out this high spot. It's like, oh, you want me to dance, buddy? Here I come. That's how hey, for real, man, that's how it was, cuz. So that was dope, man. That was dope. And even that's what made me think about that, cause that's what they told me that too. I should be a poet. They told me that. I came up with a little dope, nice little poem, you know what I mean? I dropped a nice little flow. You know, I dropped the form.
Yeah, no, it was, for me, cause it was, the thing that stood out to me the most was, there were people there from all walks of 3D life. What I mean by that, you got people that have a job, people that own their own business, people that are number two in their business, managing things, stuff like all different walks of life, right? The objective was to be spiritual. Yeah. So it was spiritual people coming to do spiritual things. Yeah. That deal with the spirit, not physical things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like that type of environment was like super dope for me. It was. I was out like, you have different areas of life where people come to events. It's like a faith-based event talking about entrepreneurship, right? But it was like, and it like that, and that's spirituality too. But it's like you have that area where it was just the focus was spirituality. Straight up, yeah. Talking about business. Nothing. If it came up in conversation, it just came up in conversation. It was like, hey, what do you do? No, just like, yo, like, how you feeling right now? Yeah, definitely agreed. It was like that because you always gonna support what you do, but it wasn't no like trying to really go out there and sell yourself. It was more like, hey, this is what I do for a living, but this is what I'm trying to do spiritually. This is how I'm feeling spiritually right now. At the moment, I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. And man, it was crazy because I wasn't a vegan at that time. I was talking about becoming a vegan with different people, and people was telling me how I helped them spiritually at the time. Because I think it was vegan food there, man. It was. And I remember going there. I'm like, dang, man, because I promise that stuff is true. That's why I be hanging out with millionaires. Shout out to all the millionaires I be hanging out with. You know what I mean? I ain't got to say your name, but shout out. I'm trying to be like, y'all, that's why I'm hanging out with y'all. But anyway, you know what I mean? But it was that experience, man. I had vegan food. I'm like, At the time, I was a meat eater, so when I consumed it, I'm like, okay, this is good, but I'm still hungry. Yeah, but I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty decent though. It gave me that thought, and like I already at that time I was probably only eating chicken still, because I quit beef years, and I quit eating porky Yorkie a long time ago. Porky Yorkie, man, I quit eating that a long time ago.
Man, do you know what, man? Cuz,
What's up?
did you used to eat ball hogs? I mean,
Hog mogs?
Yeah, what they call
Pig, like, you talking about KYs?
Man, nah, KYs and pig maws, pig hogs, pig maws.
Back in those days, I had ribs, bacon, and ham. That was pretty much the extent of what I was eating
I
in terms
had
of
pig balls,
pig.
pig maws, whatever them things called. They know what I'm talking about. Man, them damn things, I figured out what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They pig intestines, man. Golly. I said, what the? I'm glad I'm ending that generation dysfunction. That's a dysfunction
Oh,
right
chitlins?
there.
You talking about chitlins?
No, cuz mall hogs, pig hogs,
Hog mog?
hog mogs, man,
Okay, yeah.
hog mogs.
Yeah, I never had those.
Them mugs is mine. Them bitches is balls, cuz they balls.
Oh, okay.
They pig balls, cuz.
Oh, man. I'm glad I avoided it.
Man, I'm glad you did it too. Hey, you see me? I'm mad. I'm mad at this.
You built for it.
Oh,
You better man than
man, cuz.
You better man than me, bro.
Man, I don't want to say how I felt about the things. I don't want to say if I liked them or not. You know what I mean? Just the fact that you ate them is good. I said, oh, goodness, yeah, cuz.
I understood.
That's intergeneration dysfunction right there.
Yeah, it is, man. It is like leading. So our motto is lead yourself so you can lead your lineage,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And in that, it covers leadership spans in all areas of life.
Yeah.
I mean, as we know, like you have to lead yourself first,
Yeah.
so it can literally exude in other areas and expand in other areas of life and to other people too. The thing that I attempt to get people to see is that we can literally influence and affect what we eat on a daily basis. Well, this is like, I was talking to an elder here recently, and I was telling him that our issues aren't like a monolithic thing. Like it's way, like we have so many issues within our
We do.
within our dynasties, within our families, within our circles, right? Like within our tribes, there's so many issues.
We do.
It's not just one thing we can like focus on per se. So it's like for the individual, like for me, I can focus on health, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for you, it might be finances.
Yeah.
And then for somebody else, it might be I need to get my mind right and reprogram myself. And somebody else, like, all right, I gotta get emotionally numb. I mean, I gotta start feeling and stop being emotionally numb. And somebody else was like, I don't even know who I am spiritually. Like what I was taught, I don't agree with that no more. Or it doesn't resonate with me. And like socially, it's like, where do I even fit in at? You know what I'm saying? So it's all these different aspects of life we have to navigate and like lead from. That the most simple thing that we can do is what we eat and what we drink on a daily basis. It's like 365 days out of the year, right? We're going to eat and drink the majority of those days. If you don't fast, and if you fast, it's a different conversation. If you don't fast, then you're going to eat and drink something
Every day.
So that's like it's like breathing, just like blinking. Every day it happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Man,
it's important.
man, you know what though, cuz? I'm one of them vegans who say this though. Cuz ain't gonna agree with me with this. You ain't gotta agree with me. But look, if you don't want to be vegan, or you can be vegetarian or whatever you want to do, but it is healthier meats. You know what I mean? There is healthier meats. As far as in like rabbit. Rabbit is healthier, or as far as in even, we can go as far as this. If you want to even eat cow, have your own cow.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? If you want to eat chicken, have your own chicken. You know what I mean? If you want to eat the pig, have your own pig. You know?
Absolutely, and that's where I'm at now. When I first got into this veganism journey, this plant-based journey,
Yeah.
I was just like, it was like back in the day, like had the vote and die campaign.
Yeah.
I was vegan. I was vegan to die.
What you say? You was on
I was
that
vegan to
Jeezy.
die.
You was on that Jeezy. Trap it down.
Trapper,
Oh.
yeah. Like I was on like vegan or die, but now knowing that, like what I said earlier, it's not like we don't have one issue. We also don't have one type of melanated person.
Agreed.
So it's like what you said, you would never catch me like, yeah, you should eat healthier meat. Like, bro, just when you ready, like I got you.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be a lot of folks like 5-10 years from now that stuff they eat today is going to affect them.
Yeah. Agreed.
And like you gonna have to get that corrected. And you know better. I'm talking to you. You know better. Bobby, eat space and grace. Do your thing. Just saying, like Cuz said, you gonna eat that, do it yourself. Get your own stuff.
Do it good. Do it good.
You ain't never gonna hear me like, yeah, you could, yeah.
Hey.
Yo, they got some good rabbit down here at this restaurant. You should try it. I'm never gonna say. I don't even say try.
I'm not gonna suggest them.
So me, they don't correlate.
Nah, cuz I won't tell them. I ain't gonna tell them. Nah. I ain't gonna be like, hey, bro, it's a good restaurant down south, man. Them motherfucking rabbit foots, man. Them motherfuckers spanking. I ain't gonna be saying them. They cook it in the pot. Dang, they made me. Hey. Dang, they made me want to quit being a vegan. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
I make sure that we don't disagree.
Nah, we do, man. Cause I would tell people to eat. I would not actually tell them to go to this restaurant and they serving rabbit, and I won't tell them where to go to get the rabbit. I'm just saying, if you want to eat meat still, and you still not on that mindset of not eating meat, if you still want to eat meat, go ahead, eat rabbit. Change what it is, because when you eating all that cow meat, you first of all you're getting a lot of bull. First of all, because why would they kill the cow and the cow gives them milk? You know what I mean? You gotta think. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Because I know a farmer. I ain't gonna lie. I know this Amish man. He the one who put me on game.
Oh, okay. Break it.
You know what I mean?
Give us the game then. Elaborate.
Man, you really eating a lot of bull meat. That's basically what it is. You know, basically it gets no simpler than the truth. Because sometimes the truth is right there. You just gotta eat it or not. It's like the vegetables when you was a kid. You had to eat it to get the minerals and vitamins, or if you didn't want to, you didn't get it and you didn't grow and you stayed short. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just like that, man. So you it's bull. It's bull, cuz. And then they keep the cow, which is the woman, the woman version of a cow, anyway, a cow, so which is the girl, and they keep that for the milk. And they make sure she is always have full of hormones and all that to keep her pregnant, to keep her body thinking she's pregnant. All these animals,
not to produce milk.
Yeah, all these animals, cuz, are getting a lot of pills. They're getting fed a lot. Like back in the day when I said, no more. Before I started becoming a meat eater, I said no more pain pills. No more of that prescribed pills that. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to ingest anymore. I didn't want that because I said that's bad for my body. Guess what, cuz? They get those pills to the damn cow. They get those pills to the dang bull. So I am eating it still. I'm still ingesting it, cuz. I'm still getting it, cuz. It's like, dang, I was getting forced without knowing. They mentally tricked me. I allowed them to control my thinking, and I didn't pay attention and didn't realize. I'm like, man, look up all the injections, the pills and stuff they give to these cows and pigs and chicken and all that. Cause this is no game. I'm not lying. Look in your phone right now. Ask your buddy, whoever. I know y'all sitting down on your couch right now. Ask your buddy, man. Look that up right now. See if he lying. I'm not lying, man. All those pills you see, all those injections you see, is in you. That's what you are. You are what you eat. So
yeah, we are what we eat.
Yeah. So if you eating this junkie, this. I'm
gonna take this step further. If you eating flesh, dead flesh. What are you?
Man, I mean, but still though, cause they eat not only that's, I'll let you eat dead. Like I said, we different. I'll let you eat healthy dead flesh, but you eating that that toxic flesh, that's even worse. Cause you know me, cause I know I wouldn't give my kids food, and I wouldn't suggest my kids to eat meat. No, and I will show them why not, because we wasn't eating meat to the 13th dynasty of our people. So, you know.
Let me ask you this. So in terms of, and I'll touch on this too,
What's up?
in terms of leading your lineage as it pertains to their nutrition, their meal plan, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing now with the knowledge that you know now? What are you doing to essentially heal and lead your lineage in the nutrition and the meal plan aspect of life? What are you doing?
I'm glad you asked that, cause I'm glad
Because you knew this vegan thing.
Yeah.
I've been in the game for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And it's levels too. It's levels to everything.
That's how long I've been doing this for, probably.
What's up? Like 2 months, maybe?
No. 3, 4.
3, 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
It been that long?
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
And your family too.
Yeah.
Until you gotta get 2 more.
I think, to be honest, Nadia said the other day, she said it was almost, I think she said it was 4 or 5. One of those, but anyway, cuz, I definitely could tell with Taron, man. He likes to eat a lot of raw food. You remember I told you that, cuz? I said, man, he doesn't really like, he wants to eat a raw tomato. He don't really, when I cook his tomato, he's like, oh, that's cool. I slice him up a tomato and throw it to him. He's like, oh, yeah, pops. You know what I mean? He likes to eat raw bell peppers. He likes to eat a lot of raw food, you know, and that's how our people was eating it, to be honest, to be all the way to the 13th dynasty, if you want to be 100.
Yeah.
You know, so, and my daughter, she's slowly getting off the sugar habit, you know, we replaced things at the beginning with, we replaced snacks, and I'm not even going to say things, we replaced snacks at the beginning with, you remember those, like those cookies we used to have, those vegan cookies and all of that. But we turned our backs on that as well. Like just getting away from all of that. Just eating nuts and eating peanuts for snacks, eating nutritious food for snacks, you know. A little mango or a little or some grapes, a handful of blueberries or something like that. And really changing their diet, and I'm starting to see like what's changing in them so much is I feel like at one point if I wasn't around my daughter, somebody tried to give her meat, she would say no. She would say it's unhealthy for you because we was at a party not too long ago. This Saturday that just passed, and they was passing out chocolate. Guess what she said? She came up to me. She said, "Hey, Daddy, because we always bring our own snacks. That's another trick. If you have kids and you just turn vegan, make sure y'all always bring them vegan snacks everywhere y'all go.
That's a bar.
Because other kids are going to have snacks. Other kids going to have ice cream. Your kids going to want to have some too. You know what I mean? To snack on. So those Garnellos, the chocolate, that 100% chocolate Garnello things we give our kids, we had those in the bag. They was passing out chocolate. She said, "Oh, okay." She said, "Oh, thank you. I'm a vegan." And she came running to me, and she didn't even know that I peeped game, and I was watching her. She didn't know I was peeping game. She went, "Hey, Daddy, can I get some chocolate? They passing out chocolate. They got chocolate." My daughter's only 3 years young, and she said that, man, you know. But my daughter's is intelligent, man. I can go days about my daughter, cause you know what I mean. But yeah, so really passing that on about, and my son. I can go years about my son too. That's my boy, cause He's I even can see it with their mental capability, with their learning progression. I promise it seems like he's learning faster. Cuz just said, every time I come over here, cuz he come over here once a week. And he said, every time I come over here, cuz he knows something new. This little dude is just growing. I'm like, wow, I wonder if it's because he's going back to his natural state. I wonder if it's because his body is getting the right nutrition and it's not fighting off all that other poison. You know, it's still fighting off some poisons. Like, you know, we about to change our dish washing, dish soap, our